4:55 p.m., Officers Spain and Officer Bike from the Town of DeWitt Police Department were dispatched to Walmart for a reported fight between 5 to 6 people. While en route, officers were advised that employees were being threatened, struck in the face, and that customers had also been pepper sprayed by the same 2 suspects. This Walmart surveillance video will show the initial altercation that led to the police being called. You will see the suspect in the white dress, identified as Tajanique Bird, remove pepper spray from her purse and spray multiple individuals, including children. You will then observe the second suspect, wearing a black top and white and black skirt, later identified as Tyriana Edmonds, arguing with employees and striking them in the face.
Back off. Back off. No. Back off.
Things got out of control very quickly inside that Walmart. Posted that video, asked you why you think everything escalated inside Walmart after officers arrived. And we begin with our 13th share comment of the day coming from Hector tonight, who says, do we really need to ask why this escalated? The usual answer, non-compliance. Those poor kids have a great future with a mother like this, great role model. Renee Hill, I'll begin with you. Was this an issue of non-compliance that led to the escalation?
Well, you can definitely see in the video, or from what we're able to view, that they were not complying. There were handcuffs that were placed on both of the ladies, and they were clearly struggling with the officer and still yelling and kind of squirming and trying to, kind of get out of the officer's hands. So they're definitely not complying. That still doesn't give rise to the officer punching her in her face, but certainly there is noncompliance, which is going to lead to some force being used by the officer to gain control.
And that officer has been placed on leave at this point. Mary tonight. Well, sadly, the approach was all wrong from the get-go. I've seen so many times now. I don't get it. Cops pulling guns and grabbing people immediately. Come on, what happened to having a conversation? I probably would have reacted the way she did as well, honestly. More de-escalation, less confrontation. Carmen Rowe, were police too aggressive on their initial approach in what you saw?
No, this was resisting arrest 101. But what the police needed was better training to deal with what was an out of control crowd. They never had any hope of getting control with these ladies acting the way that they were. And the crowd was just adding to that crescendo of out of control. So they needed to wait for backup, recognizing that there were too many people, there were kids involved, there were employees that were there, and it just kept escalating and moving throughout the store. And I just don't think there was any way to end this except to maintain some sort of, rational, reasonable, solid area inside the store away from the crowds. And that never happened. I mean, they thought they were going to handcuff these ladies and take them out one by one right through this crowd, and that didn't happen. But again, I think the resisting problem is clearly what started and escalated the issues throughout.
Eileen tonight, they resisted arrest and kept kicking and screaming. Some pepper spray was used. The one woman tried to bite the officer, so he punched her. Very difficult arrest with others getting in the way. I think the officers would be cleared on this one. Molly Palmer, your thoughts about the punch, and that's what grabbed a lot of headlines in this case, was the punch to the throat of one of the women by the officer.
Right, punch to the throat. So we have the use of force continuum. Most law enforcement agencies adopt this, and you can use proportional force. So if someone tries to bite you, what they say you use hard techniques. You can hit, kick, or otherwise make physical contact. I think the nature of this physical contact, a punch to the throat when he could have kicked or hit, might be a bit extreme, but honestly, I do think the officers are complying with the use of force continuum, and despite being placed on leave, I think that we will not see further disciplinary action.
Tia tonight. They should have never touched the woman in the white dress. If she had committed a crime, a warrant could have been issued and she could have been picked up later or allowed to turn herself in. Why arrest her so violently in front of her children? Renee Hill, does that happen in the real world? Like someone is committing a crime and then you pick them up, we'll get you later?
No, unfortunately for some, it doesn't happen that way. A crime is being committed. You know, the officers are on scene. They have a job to do as well, and an arrest has to be effective. And that's what they did here. It just escalated, you know, like we've all said, and that's the unfortunate aspect of it. We don't know what the officers' initial approach was when they came on the scene. It probably would have been better had they tried to speak with everyone in a calmer manner, but maybe they couldn't because the women look like they're out of control. And, you know, it's a mess there.
It's a difficult situation, and we hope everything works out in the end. But Molly Palmer, Renee Hill, and Carmen Rowe, great to have you on the show tonight. Thanks so much. We'll see you soon.